Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas
and make even dumber drawings.
I am Caldwell.
And I am Nathan.
And joining us today, a very special guest. It is a television writer, friend to all, wife to me, Susanna Wolff.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's pretty good.
Thanks for coming from the other room into this room.
You know, it was kind of a schlep for me. I really didn't want to.
It's very hot in this room, in this box.
It's terrible.
This box you're in that is bigger on the inside.
It feels that way because the heat is expanding the room, but it's not actually. If you hadn't guessed, today we're drawing knockoff Doctor Who, as suggested by Carter Milius.
Carter Milius.
Susanna and I are big Doctor Who fans. We have watched pretty much all of the new seasons of the show. We don't fuck with that old stuff, except for that one BBC movie we watched about it, which was very pleasant.
Yeah, that was a nice time.
You watched a movie about Doctor Who?
Yeah. That's how much we like Doctor Who.
That's nice.
Is we watched a made-for-TV movie about it.
It was for the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
It was about the process of how Doctor Who got made, and it starred a person who was in Call the Midwife, which is another jaunty British show. About nothing.
British people make three types of things: quirky sci-fi, daunting, inspirational tales about the war. I think it's actually just those two things.
I think maybe sometimes there's neighbors solving a mystery.
Oh, sure, yeah. Sleuthing neighbors.
Sleuthing neighbors is always good. And then, of course, reality baking shows.
Oh, exactly,
right,
yeah.
of course.
That's the quadrant. That is known as the Queen's Quadrant of British television.
Well, Caldwell, I'm sort of jumping right in, drawing our title character for this knockoff Doctor Who. And I'm pretty excited because I've got a fun idea for the name, and that's as far as I got. So, Caldwell, this is the dentist.
Okay, great.
People who may be not familiar with Doctor Who, the main character is not named Doctor Who. It's just the Doctor.
Right. It doesn't quite work when you say Dentist Who.
I think the title of this show is What Dentist?
What dentist? Why did you call it dentist?
Yeah, it's the full sentence.
Why is there a dentist here?
Why is there a dentist here?
Tonight on Why Is There a Dentist Here? The dentist and his companion get up to some hijinks in the 24th century, followed by an all-new sleuthing neighbors.
There have been 4 doctors since the reboot, the restart of the series. I'm looking at the 4 of them, and I'm trying to combine elements of all of them.
Okay, so you got Chris Eccleston.
Eccleston, the leather jacket doctor.
The leather doctor, as he's known.
I want this dentist to be wearing a leather jacket.
Oh, like a leather long coat?
Yeah, I think the way to combine them is a very tight leather jacket with a red interior and a loud bow tie.
Oh, wow.
A loud bow tie, okay.
It is not a good look. No one should see this dentist.
Who called this dentist?
He does not look professional.
In addition to it being weird that there's a dentist here, it's extremely weird that this dentist is here.
Also, I don't know if you can draw white leather, but I think we should know in our hearts that it is white leather.
White leather, for sure. I just won't color it in.
How do you make white leather? I'm thinking about that now, and leather is not naturally that color. Do you have to have like a white rhino?
You have to bleach it.
I don't believe you're just searching for the fairest cow of all.
Okay. I don't know if there was like a certain Aryan cow that you had to locate. Oh, this is great so far. Is this dentist going to have like a sonic toothbrush, I guess?
I had an idea that was even dumber, because my original thought was to make it a toothbrush, but I feel like that would be too cohesive for a Doctor Who knockoff. So he does have a sonic.
I'm so worried about where this is going. Okay, yep, all right, there it is. I see it coming in now. Is it like a Sonic Pez?
It's a Sonic Amiibo.
It's got the little chip in there, and if he just like touches it to anything, it unlocks stuff for him. That makes sense, actually. That's like what an Amiibo does. It unlocks things.
Does it work on wood?
It does not work on wood.
It does not work on wood.
Doesn't work on most things, to be honest.
But especially wood.
Do we have a celebrity in mind? Or not a celebrity, just an actor in general that would play the dentist?
I was sort of going to try and go for an amalgamation of the 4 men and just sort of really give them a good brow.
Oh, sure.
One thing they have in common is they got a nice brow.
Except for Matt Smith. I guess he had a good brow, but no eyebrows.
Yeah, he had a Whoopi Goldberg situation.
Care to elaborate on that?
Whoopi doesn't have eyebrows.
Common celebrity gossip fact.
Duh. This is well known.
When they re-released the Sister Act movies, they digitally inserted eyebrows.
Yeah, maybe no eyebrows, maybe just brows.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That looks right.
Sort of got this, sort of smarmy,
Very smarmy. I think that maybe the name of this actor is just all of their names put together, because that seems like a pretty British thing to do, is have, 4 hyphens at the end of your name.
Yeah.
So this is Charles Eccleston Smith, Tennant Capaldi. Just all those names put together. Oh, just a terrible nose.
Where's the Charles coming from?
That's just a little flavor that I added in.
That's just a British person's name.
Mm-hmm. It could be King Charles.
Yeah, you know how the Doctor's always named for the heir?
Right, exactly.
The one in line to the throne?
This looks like Jim Carrey in prosthetic makeup, Nathan.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
Yeah,
That would be the ultimate stunt.
Is this Lemony Snicket? Is this what Lemony Snicket is about?
I think so. I think you just drew Count Olaf from Lemony Snicket, Nathan, and I'm not opposed.
I do want to give him some fun hair.
Oh, yeah. That's very fun. Is that too fun?
Maybe just a tuft right here.
Okay, just one tuft? Like Iggy Koopa?
Yeah, like Iggy Koopa. And some sideburns.
So I think what this is this is like Conan O'Brien.
This is Conan O'Brien as the dentist.
I really enjoy that the dentist has just one terrible tooth.
Yeah. And that's like his catchphrase is like, if you're a dentist, how come your teeth are so bad? That's like, instead of why is it bigger on the inside, that's like his kind of recurring gag on the show.
And I think it's good.
Mm-hmm. Is he got kind of like glitter on there, or is that dandruff?
I was just trying to indicate leather, but I think just folds. I think folds will be good.
It's hard because the best way to indicate leather is the noise it makes.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, just sort of sweaty fart sounds every time he moves his elbows.
Yeah, they have to mix it down and post every episode.
Yeah, I really did just draw Count Olaf, didn't I?
Yeah, that's okay though. I think that really works for the show.
Okay.
And is this like a tuxedo shirt?
I don't know. I'm just gonna draw stuff unless you give me, ideas.
I think our next step needs to be, of course, the TARDIS or whatever sort of kind of magical box equivalent the dentist has.
Yeah, so he's gonna be coming out.
Already a very suspect shape you've drawn here. Do you have an idea for what you want for the TARDIS?
Well, Caldwell, it can't be called the TARDIS.
Right.
Let me just draw a little bit more.
Okay, yeah. It looks like a clamshell.
It's not.
Okay. I just saw a zipper.
This is the Targus.
What is a Targus?
It's a brand of backpack.
Is it like a JanSport?
Yeah, but it's a Targus.
Is Targus an actual backpack brand?
Yeah.
Oh, God bless you.
Well, what does Targus stand for? Because TARDIS, all the letters.
Hold on, I'm going to have to open a notepad file.
Is it time and relative dimensions in space? What does the D stand for?
Yeah, you got it. Time and relative dimension in space.
So Nathan.
Is it Targus with a U?
Yeah, Targus, Targus.
Okay, so time and relative, what could that G stand for? Time and relative girth, under
space.
Under space. Time and relative girth under space, because you want girth as a consideration for an interdimensional backpack.
Yeah, and I like that because it's something that makes as much sense showing up out of nowhere as an old-timey police call box.
Absolutely. He stole this from an interdimensional Tesco.
Yeah. Nice England specifics.
Thank you.
Now, is it a very, very large backpack, or does it shrink down?
That's a good question. It probably shrinks down so he can wear it.
Yeah, it shrinks down after he gets out and he puts it on his back.
Or maybe his companion wears it, and it's kind of like the Targus chooses the companion.
All of the adventures are them just trying to go into places and then being told that you can't bring a backpack inside.
You can't wear that back. You can't wear that in here.
No, I'm sorry. We don't allow backpacks inside.
I think one of my favorite goofs of yours, Susanna, is you had this thing about wearing a tuxedo and a backpack into places.
It's really funny.
Because it's the worst combination possible.
It's the two extremes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether it's funnier to have a really sporty backpack or one of those 90s small backpacks for women. Which I've seen making a resurgence, and I am against it.
No. I feel like I want to go on like one of those red carpet shows where people are interviewing celebrities and asking them who they're wearing and whatnot. But I've just got a big Jansport on while I'm doing it. I'm just rocking a big LL Bean with my initials on it.
And just like not enough stuff in it to justify.
No.
It's always like, well, I've got my laptop.
I've got my laptop, some combos, and a Game Boy in here.
Yeah, not enough for the whole backpack.
But I've got like one really old jangly keychain on there.
Yeah, it makes a lot of noise and it gets stuck on things.
Yeah, it's like one of those plush ones with like a tiny Beanie Baby from McDonald's, and it's just really dirty and old.
What was that brand of backpack? It came with a monkey chain.
Came with I don't think that this was popular.
A gorilla.
Came with an ape. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
It was stupid, and it was a very weirdly expensive backpack.
I think my sister had an accessory from this monkey-based brand at some point.
It was not worth it. It was no good.
So, Nathan, I guess what we've got left to draw here is like a companion maybe and a villain.
Would you like to take this wonderful thing that I've drawn, that I've set up for you?
Yeah, you've created a rich world, and I'm very excited to play in your sandbox a bit. Susie, are you excited to guide me along this path?
I always am so excited.
Okay.
Here's the dentist, his Sonic Amiibo, and his Targus.
You've just such a wonderful start. You've really gone above and beyond in this one. Okay, so Suze, we gotta design a companion, someone worthy of wearing this Targus. What are you thinking? You have any thoughts off the bat for a companion?
Well, it seems like for a while we've only been doing women, and I think that makes sense.
It's true. I think a lot of people are excited to maybe have a female doctor next time. People were suggesting Haley Atwell, which I thought would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be super cool.
What's she from?
She was Agent Carter, Marvel's Agent Carter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was in the Captain America movies, or the first one at the very least. So maybe it's a boy?
A wee boy?
A wee
that
lad?
seems kind of gross, but all right. Just a grown man monster and a wee boy.
Uh-huh. It's like a Merlin and Arthur kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? Nobody thought that was weird.
A Professor Layton and, what's his guy's name?
And his son, I don't know, Quisby?
Quisby.
Well, if it's your son, it's different than if it's a random boy you picked up around London.
It is just a random boy he picked up. It's an urchin. It's like he's definitely an orphan, I would say.
Now, are we saying that does the dentist still travel through both time and space?
Definitely not. I think he travels from, like, province to province. He can do commonwealths, but it's, like, mostly just, like, different areas of England.
It's all in England, and it's all in what time period are we talking?
I think, like, Suze, what do you think? Maybe, like, 70s to 80s?
Yeah, I think you need a good 70s to 80s. Mm-hmm. So we need a real bell-bottomy pant, but I think that this child should have really, really good teeth.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's just like a big row. He's like showing them off too.
Yeah, like these are sparkly chompers.
Uh-huh. And that was like how the dentist found him, is he had really bad teeth.
Yeah, and then he fixed them right up, and now they go on adventures looking at other teeth.
Now, can this companion still be played by my favorite companion actress, Catherine Tate? Can this be like an Andy Serkis sort of CGI?
I think it's just Catherine Tate and little boy makeup.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more like a Mary Martin, Peter Pan kind of thing.
And that's kind of for our show, for What's That Dentist Doing Here, that's kind of like the recurring gag, is that it's always like an older woman. Okay, so that's a good pivot. We got this boy face in, but I am going to just make it Catherine Tate.
Okay, cool. Because Donna Noble was, like, as into Doctor Who as I was. Like, Eccleston will always be my favorite Doctor, but, yeah, Donna Noble is my favorite companion.
I guess maybe she's got, like, a bob or something going on. This is going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky to, like, make Catherine Tate look like a small boy.
She comes from the world of sketch comedy, where she has to disappear into the role.
I'd like her to be crouching very obviously.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Don't even sweat.
They are barely trying to make this grown woman look like a child.
Yeah, because they're traveling in the 70s and 80s, but their budget is also from that. So.
These knockoff episodes we do, they're meant to be sort of love notes to these properties that we are knocking off. What got you guys into Doctor Who in the first place?
I'm sorry, just like
this melty face.
It looks vaguely like her, but like in just the most unflattering way.
Yeah, this is rude. This is rude.
I'm worried she's gonna like see this and be like, "Oh, come off it."
I would say she's not bothered.
I think it's mostly the haircut.
Also, just the fact that the eye that's closer to us is smaller than the one that's further.
My computer is like really buzzing. I think it's like trying to tell me just not to do what I'm doing here.
It looks like you're trying to draw a good actress, but bad.
Please don't.
All computers are programmed to defend Catherine Tate's honor.
They know better. All right, I'm roughing this in here. Nathan, what were you saying though about
I was just asking what got you guys into Doctor Who to begin with, because I think I started watching on your recommendation.
I think we started watching it separately before we were together.
It kind of became one of the shows we would watch. Like I would like come over and watch it.
Yeah,
Man, Doctor Who was like integral to our relationship.
But I think it was mostly that it was added to Netflix that really got us watching. But I remember watching the first episode of the new run, so the first Eccleston episode.
Yeah.
Which is when... It's one where store mannequins come to life.
Yeah.
Right.
And it is such a terrible episode of television.
Very bad TV.
That I was like, ugh. Doctor Who is garbage, and it took me like 3 months to return and watch the second episode, and the second episode is very, very good.
And then the third episode is garbage again, but man, oh man, there's some real winners in there. And Chris Eccleston is a delight.
A delight.
Mm-hmm.
The second episode is the one with the skin face lady?
Yeah, where they go and watch the end of the Earth.
Oh, yeah. So, guys, what I've done here is I've drawn Catherine Tate as Charlie from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Right.
It's delightful.
I think it's wonderful. If you want to view Paradise, simply get Catherine Tate to play it, as the saying goes. And as you can see, she's kind of clearly just kneeling, like slightly off screen. They couldn't fully get it off screen.
She's got a real wide stance, really trying to get as low to the ground as possible.
She's on like an apple pause. All right, so I feel like that's probably good enough for this companion. But we need a villain, I would say. I had a thought for a villain. Maybe I'll just go ahead and start working it in.
I guess the most iconic villain from Doctor Who is the Daleks, right?
Yes.
Those are just trash cans. They're just mean trash cans.
Mean trash cans that struck fear into the heart of all British children, which says more about British children than it does about anything else.
Or maybe it says more about British trash cans.
Yeah. They're very lovely. They all have the Queen's name on them.
But there are also like more humanoid villains, like the Master.
Exactly,
yes.
yeah.
Well, yeah, the Master is a Time Lord, so that's complicated other type of villain.
So I want to draw a villain that represents British culture. So this is going to be the absolute madman, and it's just your mate Jezza, who's always getting up to just extreme shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. His weapon is banter.
Yeah, he's got classic top-notch banter, but it's like, "Oi, Jezza, how'd you get up on the backpack? Jezza, you absolute madman." And Jezza's like, come off it. Jezza's just constantly taking the piss.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't seem scary, but again, like the Dalek, British children are terrified.
Exactly.
It taps into a cultural zeitgeist that we in America, we don't fully identify with. Like, I feel like Daleks are like supposed to be sort of like a representation of like the cold, classist sort of bureaucracy of England.
Something we know nothing about over here. So this is Jezza, and he's kind of doing like hey, come get me, dentist. It's like, my teeth are horrible. And he's just kind of taking the piss a little bit. Nothing like too malicious, but he's just kind of like, hey, I'm up here.
Not to be confused with another villain that shows up later, the Piss Taker.
That's a very controversial villain for a number of reasons. I guess he's got like a jersey on. Yeah, he's probably got like a Arsenal.
Arsenal, for sure.
What are his like classic, because like the Daleks always say like, exterminate.
That's pretty much all they say.
Well, I think come off it was good.
Yeah. I think what it would be is like, get down from there. Like, you're destroying everything we stand for. And he tries to give like a full inspirational speech. And the absolute madman is like, oh, come on, mate. I'm just taking the piss. It's like, I'm just having a laugh.
I'm just having a laugh
up here. No need to get all uppity about it.
What?
He got Canadian for
He's got no distinct region. He just covers everything.
I think maybe he regenerates too, and every time he regenerates, he's like from a different area in England.
Just as long as the queen is on your money, he can be part of it.
I'll draw like Big Ben in the background here, and there's like some of his mates are up there. I think it's like he's got mates all over at any point in time. That's why he's such a threat, is he can summon all the blokes. Like all of his friends are just like soccer hooligans that come to his aid, and they just kind of swarm the Doctor and his sweet boy companion.
Now, Caldwell, you said you were drawing Big Ben. You drew the Washington Monument with a clock on it.
No, that's Big Ben. There it is.
No, you did bad.
That's Big Ben. That's the Big Benny boy.
You did bad drawing.
That's the Queen's.
This is the prop Big Ben that they could get for what's this dentist doing?
It is just like painted cardboard. That's true.
They couldn't even get a photograph of the London skyline. They had to get someone who'd never seen London to try and rough it out.
I feel like we should, is there like some sort of magical element we can give to the absolute madman?
Can he have just like a magical lager?
It's like sipping like a real tasty strongbow.
This is not magic. This is sci-fi.
Oh, that's true. It's indistinguishable from magic, I would say. I think what it is that the absolute madman has an eternal lager. And that's how he gets people to join his squad of mates. He just like makes an army of people because once you sip from his magic lager, you just want to like get up to some good old-fashioned nonsense with him.
So this is essentially the chimney sweeps section of Mary Poppins, but it's a bunch of hooligans.
Yeah. So instead of doing a choreographed dance with chimney brooms, they're just gonna go headbutt some cops.
Exactly. They're going to go headbutt some beef eaters, which is the ultimate crime. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this. He does kind of look like the actor that plays the Master if he was a little chubbier.
I also just like that he's got like a very disjointed back leg he's doing like a spider pose.
Oh, it's very broken. He's just going with it, though.
Yeah, well, I think because he's transcended humanity. He's become sort of an eternal...
He's the absolute lad.
He's the absolute hooligan. When he first shows up, he's wearing a gas mask, and he's asking, are you my mate? And everyone he touches becomes his mate.
Oh, I think that's going to do it for us on this episode of Drawfee. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for the adventures of What Is That Dentist Doing Here? Coming soon to BBC America. To BBC Two. Please leave a comment below if you've got a suggestion for something you'd like to see us draw. Check out the Discord that we have. We have a Drawfee Discord. We'll put a link to it in the description of the video. We have a little community of fans that hang out on Discord, and they do a lot of like cool art challenges and play games together. It's really neat. We have a podcast, What Should We Draw? You can find that on iTunes. I believe we also have a Facebook page where we post daily drawing videos called Drawfee Beans. Twitch.tv/Drawfee. We do weekly streams there. Any way you want to watch us make dumb drawings and just kind of generally insult the entire nation of England.
Yeah, we do end up doing that, don't we?
A little bit. It's fine. It's allowed.
We're just having a laugh.
So I'm just having a laugh.
We're just taking the piss. We're just having a laugh. And, we know we're bad.
Yeah, and as such, much like the dentist after he fucks up your teeth with his sonic amiibo, we are very, very sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. You want to say sorry?
No.
Okay.
I'm not a part of this.